It was a perfect weekend for an adventure. For friends, Lucas, Mariana, Joao, and Clara decided to explore a little-known trail recommended by an adventurers forum. The promise? An incredible waterfall and breathtaking views. Equipped with backpacks, tents, and a camera, they were excited. According to the map, the trail wasn't long. Just 6 kilometers to the waterfall. It'll be easy. We'll be back before sunset, assured Lucas, the most experienced of the group. They dismissed the warnings from local residents who advised against venturing beyond a certain point. "Oh, that's just talk to scare tourists," joked Joao. However, none of them knew this would be the last time they were seen together. The hike started off well. The sun lit the path, and the group was full of energy. During the first few hours, they took photos, chatted, and even joked about the legends of the forest. Mariana, always curious, photographed everything: flowers, trees, even animal tracks on the ground. But after a few kilometers, the atmosphere shifted. The trees grew denser, and the path narrowed. "I think we're close to the fork," said Clara, studying the map. What should have been a marked intersection on the map looked nothing like what they found. 2 unidentified paths, both overgrown with thick vegetation. Against their better judgment, they decided to follow one. The silence of the forest was soon replaced by peculiar sounds. Branches snapping, distant whispers carried by the wind. Lucas led the group, trying to appear confident, but his eyes frequently checked the GPS, which was beginning to fail. Mariana was the first to notice something unusual. "Did you hear that? It sounded like footsteps." Joao chuckled nervously. "It's probably just an animal, relax." However, the feeling of being watched grew stronger with every step. Clara started filming, saying it was just in case something bizarre happens. The tension became palpable, but no one wanted to admit they were scared that a noite de su rapidamente, e com ela veio o verdadeiro medo. As luzes das lanternas mal iluminavam os arredores. O som de grilos e corujas era abafado por algo mais sinistro. Passos passados que pareciam circular o acampamento. Lucas garantiu que era só a imaginação deles, mas Clara estava tremendo. Alguém está aí, grita Joao, tentando ser corajoso. Nem uma resposta. Apenas o som das folhas sendo pisatedas ficou mais próximo, e então, silêncio total. Eles decidiram revisar para vigiar durante a noite, mas ninguém conseguia dormir profundamente. Na manhã seguinte, o grupo estava decidido a seguir adiante. O GPS ainda não funcionava, e o mapa já não ajudava. Eles mandaram mensagens para amigos pedindo ajuda, mas o sinal estava intermitente. Foi Mariana quem conseguiu enviar o último texto. Algo estranho aqui. Vamos investigar. Mandemos notícias em breve. Depois disso, nenhum deles voltou a se comunicar. A câmera de Clara foi a única que registrou seus últimos momentos, com gravacos curtas de risadas nervosas e imagens tremidas da floresta densa. Quando os amigos não voltaram para casa, as famílias alertaram as autoridades. Equipes de busca concluíram a vasculhar a área indicada no mapa. Os primeiros dias foram infrutíferos. Apenas rastros vagos, como pegadas que terminavam abruptamente restos de pequeno acampamento, foram encontrados. A trilha que eles haviam seguido parecia desaparecer na vegetação, como se nunca tivesse existido. Após 2 semanas de buscas, objeto foi encontrado. Uma mochila pendurada em uma árvore a vários metros do chão. Dentro dela, estavam o diário de Mariana e uma garrafa de água ainda caia. No diário, havia anotacos comuns no início. Descrições da floresta e piadas internas do grupo, mas as últimas páginas eram diferentes. Ela escreveu sobre luzes que viam à distância e sussurros que chamavam nossos nomes. Uma das phrases mais perturbadoras era, Neo a floresta. A o que esta nela. A pesar de mochila, neo havia outros rastros. Os socorristas encerram a apreciar apos mes. A explicao oficial foi que o grupo se perdeu e sucumbiu aos elementos. Mas as famílias nunca aceitarão essa teoria. Os moradores lo que acreditavam que eles haviam cruzado território sagrado da floresta e que algo humano ou neo os havia levado. Alguns sugeriam que poderiam ter quedado cavernas escondidas, enquanto outros acreditavam predador ainda desconhecido. Com o passar do tempo, surgiram teorias assustadoras. Alguns diziam que a trilha neo aparecia nena mapa porque neo era real, mas uma espécie de armadilha criada pela própria floresta. Outros afirmavam que as luzes vistas pelo grupo eram fenômenos sobrenaturais, como os heridos ou os seres interdimensionais. Detalhe curioso refrescava essas ideias. Outras pessoas relataram sentir-se desorientadas exatamente na mesma região. After another hour of walking, they realized they were lost. Lucas tried to retrace their steps to the original path, but what once was a trail now seemed like a maze of trees and thick bushes. They reached a point where the two paths reconnected, but something new had appeared, a strange mark on one of the trees, like a symbol made by someone. Mariana took a photo and, while looking at the camera screen, thought she saw something in the darkness between the branches. However, when she looked directly, there was nothing. "It's getting late," Clara said. "We should set up camp here." Night fell quickly, and with it came true fear. The flashlights barely lit their surroundings. The sound of crickets and owls was drowned out by something more sinister, heavy footsteps circling the campsite. Lucas assured them it was just their imagination, but Clara was shaking. "Who's there?" João shouted, trying to sound brave. No response. Only the sound of leaves being trampled drew closer, and then complete silence. They decided to take turns keeping watch through the night, but no one managed to sleep deeply. The next morning, the group was determined to keep moving forward. The GPS was still useless, and the map no longer made sense. They sent messages to friends asking for help, but the signal was intermittent. Mariana was the only one who managed to send a final text. "Something strange here. We're going to investigate. We'll update soon." After that, none of them ever made contact again. Clara's camera was the only thing that captured their last moments, with short clips of nervous laughter and shaky images of the dense forest. When the friends didn't return home, their families alerted the authorities. Search teams began scouring the area indicated on the map. The first days yielded no results. Only vague traces, like footprints that abruptly ended and remnants of a small campsite, were found. The trail they had followed seemed to vanish into the vegetation, as if it had never existed. After 2 weeks of searching, an object was discovered, a backpack hanging from a tree several meters off the ground. Inside, they found Mariana's journal and a full water bottle. The journal started with typical entries, descriptions of the forest, and inside jokes from the group. But the last pages were different. She wrote about lights they saw in the distance and whispers calling our names. One of the most unsettling sentences read, "It's not the forest. It's what's inside it." Despite finding the backpack, no other traces of the group were discovered. Rescuers called off the operation after a month. The official explanation was that the group got lost and succumbed to the elements, but the families never accepted this theory. Local residents believed they had crossed into a sacred part of the forest and that something, human or otherwise, had taken them. Some suggested they might have fallen into hidden caves, while others speculated about an unknown predator. As time passed, chilling theories emerged. Some claimed the trail didn't appear on any map because it wasn't real, but rather a trap created by the forest itself. Others believed the lights the group had seen were supernatural phenomena, such as spirits or interdimensional beings. A curious detail supported these ideas. Other hikers reported feeling disoriented in the exact same area. The families of the young hikers refused to accept the case as closed. Mariana's mother, in particular, insisted on making the journal public to expose what she believed to be something hidden in the forests. Interviews were conducted with local residents who warned other adventurers to not challenge the unknown. The region became a place of both fascination and fear, attracting curious visitors, but also accumulating additional disappearances over the years. The disappearance of Lucas, Mariana, Joao, and Clara remains unexplained. While evidence is scarce, the chilling stories surrounding the forest only continue to grow. Their case is not unique. Hundreds of hikers vanish annually on trails around the world, leaving behind mysteries that may never be solved. And you? Would you dare to follow an unknown trail? Or would you prefer to respect what we cannot understand? After all, not every trail leads back home.